Hello and welcome back to the Efteling once more. Previously I've made a lot of adaptations to the real life counterpart by extending Python, transforming Joris and the Draak into an RMC and even putting a launch on Baron 1898. However, one spot in the Efteling has always stood out to me, which is this patch of grass. I'm talking about this grass field situated between Vogel Rok and the big steam carousel. The double pathway leading between them is also part of this area now, where it brushes up very closely to Sirocco. Now it seems vacant quite a lot of the time, but it has been used for various things over the years. Where many years ago in summer nights there used to be a huge stage here with big artists from the Netherlands giving their performances at the end of a day at the Efteling. At this point the park was also frequently open until 12. Which I quite often visited. Nowadays this spot is divided between the winter and summer Efteling, where a lot of stalls, food trucks and in winter even an ice skating rink are hosted for some extra entertainment. However, what if this space would be used up by something far more permanent? For the manufacturer of the coaster I originally wanted to go for a max spinning coaster of the extreme variety like the Ride of Happiness, as someone had suggested on the last video. But when I wrote that coaster type in game, it spun around so much it got me dizzy instantly and I thought that would not make a good viewing experience. So I went for another roller coaster manufacturer that could make a fast, tight, intense packed layout, which brought me to Vekoma. The Efteling is quite used to a Vekoma, as Python and Vogel Rok next door to this are also Vekomas, though being quite an older variant of type. In recent years Vekoma has been doing very interesting stuff with that track bending, where they can fit a lot of thrills in a tight area, and that's why I've chosen this. Now for the theme of it, you can probably tell that it looks quite a bit Middle Eastern and very tropical and warm. This is because I wanted to set this coaster in the fairy tale section of 1001 Nights. I have no exact specific fairy tale in mind, but I think it fits in really well, as the Efteling lately has been trying to develop themed areas, not just a themed ride. And seeing as Vogel Rok and Sirocco are already next to it, situated in the World of Sinbad, I wanted to create something that would fit in with it. And the fairy tales of 1001 Nights is set in this same geographical area. For the layout of the ride, it starts out quite spectacular with a roll out of the station, leading you into a launch section immediately. After the launch, the coaster shoots up into an overbank stall, where after it dives inward over the train tracks, over some bunny hops through a cave, where it passes very closely under the first roll and makes a 0G roll through the station. After which it gets into a very tight turn leading into the second launch. The launch leads into a big overbank turn where it flips the cars to the other side, upside down, and will form an outer bank turn around the lighthouse, from which it dives back out again into a helix around the lighthouse. From an overbank turn and another airtime hill, it leads into the third and final launch of this coaster, where it dives into another 0G roll and follows a few snake-like S-bends over the water, whereafter it goes into one more outboard banking corkscrew and pops into the brake run, where it's lost most of its speed. I focused this layout to be very fast-paced, but not reach too much of a height to it, as the Efteling would probably not want to make a massive coaster towering over the trees visible from throughout the park. But all these tight turns, pops of airtime and rolls throughout make it an interesting and intense layout to be enjoyed by thrill seekers. Now we'll follow the POV, I hope you enjoy it.